where do I get the names from? They're nominated by school teachers. 87% of all the names are nominated by a school teacher.
Can someone who's not a school teacher nominate?
So that other percentage is charities that I'm friends with, other charities and organizations, or independent nominations from individuals.
Nice. Right there on the website, too.
Yeah.
Nominate a family.
Nominate a family. Yeah. And here's what the barrier of entry is to nominate a family. A name, an address, and a phone number. I don't care. I've had families nominate themselves year after year and year over year. It says in the Bible, I'm going to get spiritual on you. It says, and I'm paraphrasing this because I'm not a theologist, but it says in the Bible, it is not mine to decide who, it's mine to do. Yeah. And so if you nominate your family and you're taking advantage of the system, that's your karma, baby. That's you. Yeah. My job is to provide the meal to the families that are in need.
Right.
Regardless of what that word need, what does that mean? I have 3 levels of need, actually. I have families that won't eat unless they get this food. I have families that it would be nice if they got the food. And then I've got families that, like, they get the food. You know what I mean? That it's okay. It's nice that they got the food, but it doesn't really move the needle.
Right.
And so I've called them the A families, are the ones that, like, they're not going to eat otherwise.
Right.
That's who I want to serve. I would like to push the B's and C's out. I would like just to have those families. And so if you know someone in your community who is struggling, that's it. That's the barrier of entry. There's no credit check. There's no variable of, like, we're going to check your income and make sure you're really struggling. No. If you say that you need it, I'm going to believe you. My first year delivering the food, I loaded up my car. I took my daughters, and we went up to a neighborhood called Pepperwood. Are you familiar with that area?
Yeah.
Pepperwood.
Of course, I'm a real estate.
Yeah, of course you know that area. Pepperwood's fancy pants. If you're
I don't know about it.
It's
a
multi-million-dollar home.
It's in East Sandy. It's a gated community. Like, you don't just get into this place. Like, it's legit. Like, these people are doing all right. They're not struggling. I got a Pepperwood address. And I drove into this neighborhood, and I'm thinking to myself, I lived in Taylorsville at the time in a nice home that was built in 1954. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, these people should be delivering food to my house. Like, what am I doing here? Went into the home, knocked on the door. The kids let us in, which happens a lot. Like, you've been, like, I'm a stranger. You're letting me in? You got food, man. That's a ticket. They let me into the house. No furniture in the whole house. Nothing. Not a stick of furniture in the whole house. No TVs, no couches, nothing. Went into the kitchen, opened the fridge, started putting the food into the fridge. And this was back before I had boxes. This was like I had just some bags.
Yeah.
Grocery bags.
Yeah, I'm just like schlepping a
this
turkey.
whole scenario
Yeah, I'm going
so
back
sketchy.
and forth like 6 times. Loading the food into the house, no food in the fridge. Not even mustard and ketchup. Everybody's got mustard and ketchup in their fridge. Nothing in this house.
Wow.
And I'm walking out, and I'm like, what's going on, guys? And it was just like some of the older kids who were wicked excited to get this food. They said, Dad was diagnosed with cancer. We're just trying to hold on. We're just trying to make it until he gets better. The moral to the story is you don't know.
You don't know.
You just don't know who's struggling in your neighborhood.
Yep.
They could be down the street and they could be putting on a great show, but inside that house, they've sold all their furniture.
We come full circle to the social media. It could look great on social media, but everything behind the facade is falling apart.
Yep. And as I walked out of the house, I realized, the lawn hadn't been mowed. Like, this house is kind of in rough shape. These people were struggling. They were hanging on by their fingertips. And I bet they were on the verge of losing their house. I bet they were. And this gift is something I'm bringing to their home that they could absolutely 100% need and use. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And so that kind of changed my perspective. And I remember reading that in the scriptures. It's not mine to decide who. It's just mine to do.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my mantra.
Or the motor. I use that. I love that because I use it for the guy that's panhandling on the corner, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that if you decide or if you choose to donate to that guy, don't question what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
It's not yours to question.
Yeah.
Right?
Is he going to go buy drugs, more alcohol? What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter.
Right.
You did your part. You did what you wanted to do. What you did.
If you're concerned about that, there are other ways to help that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
just help them. Help somebody.
Exactly.
Do something.
Do something.
The other thing that's interesting that I've learned, this I'm glad we're having this conversation. I don't really talk about this on most podcasts, but is people's ability to receive gifts.
Yeah.
It's been something.
It's very tough.
It's an interesting thing.
It's very tough.
Some people you go to and they're embarrassed. They don't want to open the door. Some people respond in anger. They're so mad that they have to get this,
Right.
that they're angry about it. And thanks, put it in here, put it on the couch, get out of here. Thank you. You're out the door. Other people are so openly, warmly receiving this gift with love. You know what I mean? And gratitude. And you can see this is going to change not only their day, but perhaps their life. It's weird, this receiving, being able to receive a gift or a compliment or a kindness. Like, we all have a different level or a gift or ability to do that. And I never knew that before. I just thought it was just a gift is a gift. Not true. Some people receive it so well.
Right. Yep.
And so it really changed my ability when someone pays me a compliment, rather than being like, thanks, to receive it. I'm going to get better at receiving. I want to improve my ability to receive, because if I can't receive from you, I can't receive from the universe. My ability for God to give me the gift to know that I've got the angels, the armies of angels behind me, I can't have that unless I can receive just as well. And so that's been something that I've really had to work on, because I'm so prideful. Oh, I don't need it. I'm good. I can do it on my own.
And it's a selfish act.
It's a selfish act.
It's a selfish act.
And if I limit your ability to help me at Thanksgiving's Heroes, who am I hurting?
Right.
Right? It's ridiculous. I have to be able to receive your kindness and your generosity. And I've got to be able to ask for the money. Get your wallets out. Let's do this. Let's donate. Let's contribute. Because a lot of people, they don't have the time, but they have the money. Some people don't have the money, but they have the time. Whatever you've got, bring it. The beauty about Thanksgiving's Heroes is there's room for everybody to serve at whatever capacity that they can.
Yeah.
I need the money to buy the groceries, but I also need people to drive. I also need people to load. I need to be able to receive that gift. Isn't that crazy that that's a lesson that I've learned about receiving? Because I never thought about that until I've been doing this for a while. Because I've had people go out and deliver the food, and they have a terrible experience delivering the food. And I always think to myself, it's not you. It's the person's ability to receive that gift.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting?
I have seen I've done that at times, and the thing that I think sticks out to me about those experiences that I've had where I have failed to be gracious in that moment is not almost always I reflect back on that moment and go, why what was it? What was it in that moment? What was the visceral feeling that overcame me where my graciousness just left me? And I think it's hard for that's a difficult thing to overcome.
Ego?
It's ego.
Yeah.
I think ego. I think
ego.
fear.
That's the biggest thing is ego, I would think.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about, there's a story that Jim Rohn tells. I'm shifting gears a little bit. He talks about the two boys that had a dad. Have you heard the story? Jim Rohn had he was mentoring these two boys, and their father had broken into a store, or held up a grocery store, gas station, and accidentally shot and killed the clerk, and he went and ended up doing life prison. You ever heard the story before? One of the sons grows up, and he kind of ends up being just like his dad. He ends up getting arrested for nearly killing someone in a robbery. The other son is wildly successful, he's doing great things in the community. He's
philanthropic,
a good dude. And Jim Rohn asked these boys, like, why are you the way that you are? And they both answer the question the same way.
Same way, because of my father.
How else could I be? How else would I be? Because of my dad.
Interesting.
And the reason that I bring that story up is because I think about my origin story, about being raised poor and being in this place, and I could have made the choice to be bitter. The world owes me. I've suffered. I'm a victim. Yeah. Or I could take that and use that as fuel to do something great. I'm glad that I made the choice that I did, but how easy would it have been? And so I think about the deliveries that we're making, the deliveries of this food, and how are these people receiving this is their choice. How are you delivering it is your choice. Are you delivering it with a fear in your heart? Like, I'm afraid to love this family. I want to encourage you to play all out. If you're going to deliver these meals, I want you to play all out. I want you to try to get your arms around these people. I want you to hug them and love them.
Right.
Because it's your choice how you're going to receive this message, receive this gift. You're getting a gift that you get to deliver the food. Right. How will you receive that? What story will you tell yourself to make it significant? You know what I mean? How will this impact your children or your grandchildren? when you're going to involve them in this.
That's a really interesting. That's a great perspective.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I think about this a lot.
That's a cool. That's a cool thing to pass down to your kids as well. If you're going to bring your kids to deliver the meals,
It's a great lesson, right?
That's a cool lesson. Yeah.
Yeah. How did they receive that?
Have that conversation with them.
Right. As you're going in, how did they receive it? On when you receive the URL code or UPC code, is that what that little box is
Yeah,
called?
the little
You scan the
barcode
box,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can scan that and it gives you the address, and then there's a link there that is a video of me saying what I want you to say to the families. I don't know how many people watch the video, but the video simply says, the reason that you were nominated by someone in the community who must love you very much. You are important. You matter. I love you. Have a great day. That's the message. And that's the message that I want you to deliver. I want you to be able to receive this gift as the deliverer of love. How will you receive that, Kelly? If you can receive that gift, then you're getting what I'm trying to accomplish here.
Yeah.
And it's not 65 pounds of food. That's the symptom. I want to treat the cause.
Yeah.
You are worthy. You are loved. You can cope. You are worthy of love. I am lovable.
Yeah.
All of these things are the message that we want to teach. And those are the three big lies. If we can get past those three big lies and communicate that to others, then we're making the world a better place. I know that sounds Pollyanna. When I say it out loud, I kind of get like, I can feel the sugar sickness coming on. But it's the facts. It's what's needed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep.